Hi everybody, it's Woke. We used to have this channel on Woke. I just thought about it when I opened this just now. This is why I come on whenever the thought comes in. I don't wait to get dressed because I don't have time then to fill you guys in on what I'm seeing when I'm seeing it. So you see me looking a whole bunch of different ways. That's galactic humans, right? Regulus right now is where in the old Leo count, I talked about this yesterday, and if you're even been into astrology, now you got to start paying attention to astronomy, because the reason that those houses have those energetics is because of the constellations and all the humans holding those energetics within all space-time. Scorpio used to be called the eagle. It wasn't a scorpion. Now, see, I know that everyone's just now remembering about the wheel. The thing is, if you go back and look even at the original pictures of Mary Queen of Scots, she was never holding a lamb. She was holding a wheel. We've always been holding a wheel. This has been back since Lemuria, soul coaching of the high priestesses. Now, a lot of us that hold this Lyra energy, which is Capricorn energy, and have the other organic star systems that have been activated since 2017, we're very creative. We tell you these stories in many different ways to attempt to try to connect all of you to it. But for whatever reason, in this Scorpio 12 degrees, and I'm going to get to why this is so important in a minute in our timelines, because you can think about Scorpio as all magic. It's magic. Now, if you don't have any energy in your Scorpio, it means you mastered it. It means you mastered it. It means you're balanced within it. It means that you understand how to transmute energy. It's not empty, it's full. Everybody needs to understand that. This is like 101. If you have energy in a house, you're bringing it in. If it's empty, it's full. It doesn't mean it's empty. It means you've mastered it in other lifetimes. Now you're utilizing that energy in other houses. Scorpio is magic. If you have energy in Scorpio, you're paying karma for your magic. Ndarati. That's probably why I had to do that, to bring that in. We cut all ties to all countries that are attempting to connect with us under this 12-degree Scorpio moon. I'm getting to a really big point here. If you hold energy in Scorpio, or you hold two planets, or you're like conjoined planets, or you've got, you're either clearing, okay, because there was so much what we would call magic, and it's intention. It's not necessarily, because see, I talk about the word magic, but I don't know spells. I don't have any occult books. It's just the word that we use for it, because in our minds, when things change right in front of our eyes, that's what we use. But in the pure energy, and what you're learning if you have energy in Scorpio is how to do it, how to transmute in a high frequency way, not anything low frequency the way it was done before. However, it's going to have to be replicated in this realm the way it was done before, or it's going to have to be undone with intention without the replication of the low frequency acts, and replaced by seeing that you were in a family line that was either doing magic, had been involved with it, had been involved with occult stuff, had been involved with stealing of businesses, had been involved with stealing of children, had been involved with eating. I mean, fuck, all of it. You have to get back to the true nature of who and where you came from. Why? Because you're the one here to undo it. If you're here to undo it by delivering, because you have to undo it, or somebody in your line will. If you undo it and set it right in the new frequency, and then you're the one who now knows how to produce that energy in a pure way, that's your RV. Now, Scorpio and the eagle in the 8th house, which is paid for by other people's money. So 8th house, anything that's in your house, in your chart, in your 8th house, is paid for by others people's money. Well, my consciousness is up there, and I can prove that it was bought and paid for. S-Corp-I-O. Scorpio. S-Corp-I-O. What's also different about Scorpio, it's the first time that you start seeing a P in the pattern of the phonetics from Aries. Now, there's a lot of things on how these build upon each other when you're dealing with phonetics. Because especially when you get to Scorpio, what you're dealing with is sexual energy, the power of your words, what those root phonetics of those words really mean, what the true energy is that's made from two beings having sex, not the sex. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about human nothing. Now, right now, yesterday, and I'm going to get to this now. This transit, and see, I can't remember exactly because I'm not supposed to remember, but Venus and Mars were conjunct like this on Regulus with a lot of energy on Vega back in the early 2000s. I was shown it's when they're attempting it right this very second. It's happening right now. The finale. Because it had to wait for this transit in order to attempt to put the collective back under. Using these planets and using this energy is how they always did it before. And I was shown because it's when they got me a long time ago, because I didn't know, I'm an astronomist, I didn't know I was Venus, I didn't know that I knew all this and that I was supposed to be doing this for the collective in order so they couldn't do this, and so they were able to. But this is a 2001, now I want everybody to I'm not even going to say the words. 2021 was all about fixing 2001. Now, I did the timeline numbers yesterday because y'all know I know unique math that allows me to see. It's basically like the numbers that are in the dates, and then it allows me to back them out and link them up to other dates. July 17th and July 18th hold the same frequency, because you have 0717 in quantum, 717's 88, okay? Now I've got 0718, so I've got 88 again. Yesterday and today, and there's many days that are like this, especially when we start unwinding these timelines and things, but they always were set up back to back because the energetics are that way. Yesterday and today are linked to 2001 and the events that went down in 2001. Now, 12 degrees Scorpio, and if you have energy, or when you meet people who have energy anywhere from 12 to 16 degrees Scorpio, that's dead on when the skull and bones always tries to take us over. In Halloween, whenever, throughout the past 3 years, it's dead the fuck on 12 degrees Scorpio. Go look at Biden's chart. I've been talking about this for a while. I've got a video on here of Trump and Biden's charts. I talked about it with his because he had it dead on it. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that I'm not saying you're one of them. I'm saying whatever is in your energy and whatever your culmination of your families, whether you be connected into the magic that was like you wielded it, your family knew about, even if you didn't, because see, I'm adopted, like I don't even know my family, but it don't matter. I still clean their shit. This is what is being set straight here now. No more adopted little babies coming that from all over the world put around you so they can clean your nasty energy. I know y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Sitting here in La La Land. No more. 12 degrees Scorpio. You're dealing with either the setup of it or you're the culmination of it. Because see, at the beginning degrees, meaning all your life, how it was set up, and if you're like me and it changed every 10 or 12 years, this is how. Because then you were reassigned. Your race was reassigned. I mean, the race, of what you would call yourself being a human. Across country lines by the United Nations or whoever deemed themselves viable to tune an entire human. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. DNA became money a while back. Everybody at the top knew it. It was all being transmuted through Scorpio, and nobody remembered their magic down here. Now we do. So the moon moves fast. It goes over 2.5 days, right? But right now we're just picking up this energy. So pay attention to what's around you. Make sure that you're transmuting your energy and not just through sex. See, this is Scorpio's problem. Root chakra shit. You have to transmute it a little bit further. You can't just unload it and then think that that's it. Now you just unload it and spit out a bunch of stuff here. You got to be careful. You also, right now, like I wanted to go out so bad last night because, anyway, but I knew it was Saturn. I knew it was, I could hear it in LA. Come party with us. Like, just come out, come party, come party. It was almost like a whisper. But that was because it was Saturn's day. They wanted to get all the, and just so you know, consciously, we were aware that this was happening because it's this, so we consciously tuned everyone's energy that was out having fun, and actually we called in any rage energy, turned them instantly into cuddly goo bars. So if you start seeing any news about people becoming overly like loving instead of raging, please comment and let me know in your local areas, or even if something around you popped off but it didn't go awry, it just got weird. That is what we have programmed these rays and energies when they come at the, because I have physically watched EMF energetics and magic being thrown at me and my crew, because over the past couple of months we've got so strong that now what we've seen is that it no longer comes through us. We don't react at all. In fact, we watch it hit whoever is around us in that same current that's on a lower, and it's some crazy. I mean, this woman jumped on this woman, freaking beat her ass all of a sudden, boom, at the pool. But 2 days before Misha had lost her shit, we were energetically where Ann and Nicole had been for a while in the desert, and we had led there, and da. And so I had to hurry up and go into the lobby and give the woman there a channeled sigil to put in her house that was working at the spa. And I had to hurry up and go do it. I was like, because we had met her the day before, and we had that sigil at the front of the hotel. And it wasn't an hour later that out of the corner of my eye, this woman jumped. I call her Spider Monkey, because and these were 50-year-old women, jumped on this woman and attacked her. And I knew exactly what it was. We're seeing it happen in this hotel right now because the attempts are coming. The thing is, we've already learned our lessons. We're not in that tune. There's no connection to us, so it's not hitting us at all. It's hitting everyone around us that now needs to understand a little bit more about who they are, because they need to go through the process of realizing they can control this and that they're being led around just like we just got out of. So, Scorpio, 12 to 16 degrees. Just, it's not going to be inside. It's going to, now it's going to start at 12 to 16. It's starting to come through. You're starting to see the projections. On the other side of 16, oh yeah, they're characters in your world, and they always have been. And if you hold energy at the higher ends, they've been characters in your world since the very beginning, and you were here to figure it all out because you're the wizard. We got keys now. At least we have instructions. At least we have instructions. Bye.